In Part 7, we set up planetary automation, went to war, reformed our government, and built orbital rings. In Part 8, we will set up the outliner, build gateways, and get into megastructures. Take climate restoration to turn all those tomb worlds into habitable planets. Whenever you have an imbalance between alloys and consumer goods production, change one of your forge worlds to factory worlds or vice versa. You can also change to industrial or change one of your industrial worlds too. Once you think battleships are going to start coming out, add torpedoes to your missile cruisers and change the computer to torpedo from artillery. So we finally finished the adaptability tradition tree. So we got a new ascension perk. We are most definitely picking up our ecology project. Now remember, if you don't have the Megacorp DLC, that's fine. You could always choose Defender of the Galaxy to do lots of damage to the endgame crisis. So since we took our ecology project, we are going to start grooming one of our unification centers to become an ecumenopolis or our ecology. We will need 20k minerals. We will need all districts to be filled as city or industrial districts. Then we need to wait for it to build. It also costs 200 influence. So all of those mining habitats we've been building are really going to start paying off. Next tradition tree is the expansion tree. All but one of the traditions in this tree will benefit us directly. So we made some orbital rings from the Overlord DLC, another great addition. They cost influence to build and upgrade, but they are worth it because they give you more districts and other things to play with. Habitation modules are the modules that give extra districts. They do cost influence though. You can also make shipyards and anchorages. Okay, so we've set up planetary automation. Let's do some planet organization here. We've got a lot of planets now, so we are going to organize them by planet designation. To do this, go to your outliner, click outliner options, the little gearbox in outliner options, check show colony designation icons. Then what I like to do is click the up and down arrows to move categories to the top of the outliner list. I like having my fleets at the top, my army second, my shipyards, my civilian ships like constructors and science ships, then planets, and starbases after that, sectors, and everything else. You'll notice if you do it right, your planets will show the designation icons instead of planet icons, so you can easily tell what each planet is producing at a glance. Next, click on Reorder Planets. Let's group each planet with its designation type. Click the planet title, then click an up or down arrow. Then click Follow on another planet on the list, and it will reorder that planet next to the selected one most of the time. If not, simply use the up and down arrows to move each planet accordingly. See? Now all the generator planets and habitats are together. In fact, I usually rename my planet to include their designation. For example, Tedora Mining World or Sara Farm World, to make it even easier to organize my planets. Now for mining, there we go. Industrial and factory and forge, farm, unity, and tech. There we go. All organized nice and neat. Now we have an accurate count of our planets and what's doing what and how many of them is doing that. So I only have one research world. That tells me that the next world I acquire I should turn into a research world since I only have one of those. Or I should make more research habitats, etc. Like right here I have 9 factory worlds but only 3 forge worlds. So I should probably make some forge worlds to balance out. So mega engineering is critical. Make sure that you research it when it comes up. You get it by researching zero-point reactor, battleships, and citadel technology. Then wait to get lucky. It can take a while, but you will eventually get it to come up. This will allow us to research all the megastructures in the game, like Science Nexus and Dyson Spheres. Oh, and sites like this ruined megastructure here. This is a matter decompressor. When I build it, it gives me 2,000 minerals a month. Insane. Another great gift from the Megacorp DLC. And if you don't have DLC, that's okay too. The Science Nexus and Sensor Array are great to have. So we are consolidating our power, getting more and more powerful. This empire that rivaled us for a while, economically and technologically, doesn't anymore. That's a good sign that we are headed in the right direction. We are at number 1 on the victory screen, with twice as many points as the runner-up. If we stayed till year 2500, we would win. I could quit now, but there's still several things I want to cover before I end this tutorial. At last, we have Mega Engineering researched. This opens a load of new doors for us. Dyson Spheres, Mega Shipyards, Science Nexus, Matter Decompressors, and last but certainly not least, gateways. Gateways are going to help us out immensely. We are going to connect our scattered empire across the galaxy into one huge network. Best part is you don't need DLC for it. Okay, so now we're going to save 20,000 alloys to assemble this matter decompressor. While Science Nexus would be nice, we are going to go with gateways. It basically teleports your ships to any other friendly gateway across the galaxy instantly, so if you build a lot of them, you can be everywhere all at once. So if you get a lot of energy credit generation and start getting more energy than you'll ever need, you can pour it into buying minerals and alloys. Minerals to buy buildings and districts, alloys to buy ships and build megastructures. We researched gateway construction. This is a game changer. We are now going to take our construction ships and start building gateways. So we'll select our construction ship, then we'll click the Megastructures button, then click Build Gateway Site. Go into the system you want to build a gateway at, move the ghost to the outer edge of the giant red circle in the middle of the system. Place it there. So when we start exceeding the capacity of our starbase anchorages, we can start making fortress worlds like this one. Build a military academy on each one and fill them with strongholds. This will drastically increase naval capacity. Looks like our construction ship has built a gateway site. Click Gateway Site under Megastructures in the outliner that has an up arrow. So we finished the expansion tradition tree. Now we got a new ascension perk. We are going to pick up Master Builders. Building Megastructures 50% faster is awesome, and being able to make 2 at a time instead of just 1 is also very cool. Okay, so our next tradition tree is going to be Domination for more influence and Edict's Funds. Speaking of Edict's Funds, let's check that out. Looks like Edict's Funds still isn't high enough to take 2 edicts yet. If you get the Federation DLC, you can build Mega Shipyards. They are a pretty powerful building that will let us build up to 26 ships at a time. Looks like my vassal declared war on the empire I just fought, but it didn't throw me into the war. I wasn't quite ready to fight, but I think I will declare war anyway and try to subjugate this empire. It won't let me because the enemy is the Galactic Custodian. Well, that's kind of dumb. We may not be able to vassalize, but we can have an allegiance war and take his vassal anyway. Having all these gateways built is really going to pay off now. My fleets can easily travel to the enemy empire's territory. I have 200k fleet power, so I believe I will crush the enemy here. Whoa, what the heck? This starbase has 69k fleet power. This might hurt a bit. Okay, we beat them that time. Oh, the enemy surrendered. We have a new vassal. Nice. We now control most of the galaxy. That's it for part 8. If you like my stuff, you know what to do. Thanks, and I'll see you next time.